Hello lovely people, what is up? Today we are solving Leetcode problem number 20, valid parentheses. So we are given a string as containing just the characters, parentheses, curly brackets and square brackets. We have to determine if the input string is valid. They've given the conditions for what is valid. So open brackets must be closed by the same type of brackets, and open brackets must be closed in the correct order, and every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. So if we take a look at the example number 2, let's take. So first there is a parentheses which is closed by another parentheses. There is an open square bracket which is immediately closed by another square bracket, and the curly bracket is also immediately closed by another curly bracket. So now let's take a look at example 4, which we will understand the second condition given. So first they are opening with a parentheses and then they are opening another square bracket. Now when we are closing it, the order should be like square bracket and then a closed parenthesis, because that is the order that we are following. So basically the order of the brackets should be opened and closed the similar way when we write a code. So if we take a look at example 5, that is not a correct example of a valid parentheses, which is open parentheses and then open square bracket, and then they are closing the parentheses before closing the square bracket. So that does not follow the condition that has been given in the question. So after looking at the examples, we can basically understand that the parentheses must be opened and closed in the last in first out order. So what we have to implement here is stack. We can solve this problem by first creating an empty stack, and we traverse characters one by one from the given string, and if opening brackets we push it into the stack, and if closing brackets we must check stack is not empty and the top must match the opening type, otherwise we return false. And then we remove the matched opening brackets from the stack that we entered previously, and then after traversal check if the stack is empty. If all these conditions are satisfied, we return true. So basically brackets form a nested structure, and nested problems are solved using stack. So now let's take a look at the code. So first we initialize a stack with square brackets, and then we are mapping every closing parentheses with its adjacent opening parentheses like so. And then we are traversing through the given string s, like for ch in s, and then we are checking for opening brackets to enter into the stack. So if ch in parentheses open, square bracket open and curly bracket open, we enter it into the stack by using stack.append ch. If the current element, that is ch, is not of the following parentheses, that is opening brackets, we use else. So else, if not stack or stack of -1 is not equal to mapping of ch. So if this is not in stack, or the last element, that is the topmost element in the stack, is not equal to the current element, we return false. And then when this condition is satisfied, we remove the latest open parentheses from the stack using stack.pop. And then finally, out of the for loop, we return length of stack is equal to 0, which checks if all the open brackets have been closed. So if it is 0, it will return true. If it is not 0, it will return false. And since we are traversing through the given string only once, that is string of length n, the time complexity will be O of n time, that is linear time. So as you can see, the code runs in the most optimal time possible. That's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.